DreamHack 2010, nowhere the DreamHack Steel Series LAN 2010. I am Day9.
And I am Apollo.
And we have made it to the round of 16, or as we like to call it, the OGSTop. It is pretty much some of the most insane matchups. Going on right now is White Raw versus Adele Scott. We sadly couldn't cast that, because what do we have to cast?
Ooh, we got a good one to come, Day9. It is going to be OGSTop versus OGSInka. The two Koreans are going to battle it out first, and we are going to cover that game straight away.
Yeah, and it looks like we are just getting the players into the game. It is best of 3 in the OGSTop. The first map will be Lost Temple, then Xel'Naga Caverns, and then Metalopolis. So the 3 most standard-looking maps. And we will be having, it appears that TLO is lending his account to Inka because he is oh so nice and hospitable with his account. So we will make certain to say his name appropriately. And it looks like the both players are ready to roll. Are you ready, Dr. Apollo?
I am so ready. This is such a cool game.
Is the crowd ready? Fantastic. Lost Temple, Terran versus Protoss, Inka against Top. These two players are renowned for being extremely talented, known for their feedback. It's okay. I just hope that the viewers at home got that same experience that we did with their headphones. They're listening quietly. They have their popcorn. But either way, if you would like OGSInka to win, give a cheer for Inka.
And if you'd like OGSTop to win, make some noise for Top.
And if you're just a general fan of esports, give a cheer for the cross-map positions. Looks like we are in store for a nice, long, juicy match. In the south position is OGSTop as the blue Terran, and in the top we have Inka playing on the little one's account as the red Protoss.
A lot of people have been discussing about how these guys met. And unfortunately for Inka, he did drop a game against Tyler in the group stages, which made him second in his group and had to go against OGSTop, obviously being first in his group. So both players having to come against each other. I'm pretty sure that's not what they wanted to happen, but because Tyler's so good, he managed to take out Inka and throw him down to second place. So they are going to have to fight out against each other. A lot of people kind of said that these guys would meet in the final, but that's not how it worked out today.
Yeah, you know, that's always such a hard path to go down. To try to just think, yeah, I might be the first or second best player in the tournament. I'm either going to get first or second, but then you get paired against not only one of the best in the world, but your teammate right when you hit the round of 16. But of course, that is the way tournaments happen. Neither player is any stranger to that sort of environment. Either way, we do have Terran throwing down a barracks at the front of his base and a gateway going down for Inka, touching his main nexus.
And both these players, I'm pretty sure they're going to know everything about each other, because they live together. You can say they sleep together.
That is something that you could conclude from seeing a Terran versus Protoss on this map.
You could say that. So these guys are going to know everything about each other, styles, everything. It's going to be interesting to see how they do play this. Are they going to play mind games with each other or just play a straight-out game? Just to remind people, this is also a best of 3. We are in the best of 3 format now also.
Looks like the two workers will end up passing by each other with a classic high five heading down to the southward areas. Now, it's very curious to see if we are going to see the extremely fast second barracks before the supply depot. More recently, in the last several weeks, players have been favoring getting that factory up. A great indicator of whether the fast barracks is up is whether the supply depot is coming out quickly or not. And as we see, there is the depot down. So that's going to be a pretty big indicator to Inka. He will be forced to retreat, but still getting some pretty vital information and barely escaping with his life.
Yeah, barely escaping. 100 gas has been there for Top. Now, will he be putting down the factory, though? It's a little bit delayed, as you said, because he did get that supply depot. Is it going to be put down? No, he's deciding to go for the tech lab.
Wow.
Probably a Reaper, I suppose, is probably the best response here.
Wouldn't be surprised to see him do some sort of funky early expand, just throw down the command center and get 2 Marauders, concussive shell, play defensively. He's scouted into Inka's base. He sees that Stalker is coming up. He does see that the Cybernetics Core is researching the Warp Gate upgrade, and curious to see if he's going to be going for some sort of fast expand. That would definitely help out in these cross-map positions.
Ooh, he is as well. You called it, Day9. You're so good.
Did I now?
No, down here.
Oh.
Yeah, I called that one.
What is it that I called? This? Totally. Absolutely. No doubt, Mr. Apollo.
So he has got the fast expand. This is, where is the Reaper? I'm sure he had one. No, he doesn't actually have one. He's gone straight for a Marauder, actually. I thought he would have gone for the Reaper. He's going for the Marauder with the shells, and he's got to be careful. The Stalker is coming down. Will be able to pick off this SCV. SCV running around, and now He's going to have to retreat with the Marines. Marauder is out, though, which might be able to snipe this at the same time, though. Day9, what are you looking at?
I'm looking at a Stargate. A Stargate, and now this will definitely put a huge amount of pressure into this early expand build. We see only now is the second barracks getting thrown down by OGSTop. We do see that concussive shell down. Just rallying units to this Zel Naga watchtower, but of course we saw Sake completely dismantle Nama when they played against one another just by getting faster Void Rays. There the concussive shell is finished, and wow, combat shield before stim, a very interesting choice. Looks like he's going to be favoring a very big Marine heavy build.
That's actually kind of interesting. He's chosen survivability over getting stim, which is very interesting. I'm not sure what the decision for that is. I'm also intrigued to see why this probe is here on the left-hand side. If he's going to try to build a pylon and warp into the base while he has the Void Ray there, that's going to be interesting to see what he does with that.
Would not be surprised to see him throw down a pylon, try to charge that Void Ray up, even reinforce yet more. There is, looks like an inward rally. Interesting. Looks like he might even be saving up for more Void Rays. There are the 3 warp gates getting thrown down as well. Might even be going for that very obnoxious 2 Void Ray mass stalker push. Extremely difficult to deal with, but wow, double reactor going down for OGSTop. Now that is the sort of opening that is very risky because of the fact that the reactors take so long to construct, and it even looks like he might even be trying to pick off these destructible rocks. No, just trying to scout any possible thing coming out. But little does he know, he is under a lot of pressure. Wow, 3 Void Rays en route.
And a 4th barracks being put down now as well, Day9. Marines are going to be starting to throw out now. We do see 4 Marines in production, but here come the 2 Void Rays. And another pylon has been put down here, the second pylon, and it looks like the Void Rays will be used to give sight range into the base, and then units will start to be warped in, and we'll have to see how Top helps defend against this.
Still no stim has been researched yet. He has to rely on the strength of these Marines. It looks like there's the stim going down right now. Oh, getting a little bit supply blocked, having to construct the double supply depot. Not a position you want to be in. And there's the Zealots getting warped into the high ground. Very, very nice play, but is not moving in yet. Does he even see the Zealots? No! No, it is just outside of the sight range of that barracks.
And all the force, a second bunker down on the natural, not expecting this. Oh, he doesn't move around. He sees the pylon, and now he must know something's going on and moves all his units back into the base, and a factory being put down, another tech lab and engineering bay, and here come all the units. They see it, they're trying to take down the pylon, but in come the warped units.
There's a bunch of Zealots and Void Rays trying to push back this group of Marines and Marauders. Inka, with this very nice tactical play, is going to have to be some extremely nice control, and that's exactly what he's going to deliver. Doing a great job kiting these Zealots, only a few left remaining, but there's a very nice force field, cutting the units in off half from the remainder of the buildings up on the high ground, and these 3 Void Rays are very close to getting fully charged, and doesn't manage to pick off that last Void Ray. More units getting warped in, and Top is in a world of trouble.
And he could go for, he's got to kill these Marines. Once the Marines go down, he's got to be, loses one. But if he manages to get this tech lab down, it will cancel stim. I'm not sure if he realizes that. He is focusing down the reactor as well, and OGSInka doing a lot of pressure. All the SCVs have been pulled as well.
Looks like he is trying to do as much distraction as possible, trying to pick off these gateway units. He just desperately needs stim to finish. If he can get that stim up in time, he might have enough momentum to swing back around, but more Zealots, more sentries being warped into the high ground, more Marines falling. It looks like these Void Rays are continuing to be constructed as well back in the main. Almost nothing for Inka, just committing everything to this attack.
Yeah, and it looks like OGSTop is in a world of trouble now. Inka is just dominating this game. Great micro with the Void Rays, keeping them alive for so long, and down goes the barracks, and there's not much else he can do. Look at the unit counting station, 14 SCVs to 38 probes, and it looks like Inka is going to take this first game.
And there's the good game. You know, that's really not the style of play that you're seeing from a lot of the Korean players these days. Most of them are favoring a little bit more of the long-term, economically focused, but a lot of Protosses have been having so much trouble with the mid-game against Terran. We're seeing more and more fancy, really Void Ray plays, and we even got the chance to see Inka do that in the group stages as well.
The execution of that build was perfected. He's obviously done that in the trading grounds in Korea, in the OGS house. I'm quite surprised that OGSTop didn't kind of expect anything like this. He played very unsafe, to be honest, going for this fast expansion, expecting Inka to play a bit more passive. Unfortunately for him, Inka went the complete other way, playing extremely aggressive. I just love the way he got that pylon warping in units into the main, and completely was thrown off because he had the double bunkers down there. Top did on his natural, and there was nothing he could do. And we are going to go straight into the second game, which is going to be on Xel'Naga Caverns.
Now, one thing to note, a lot of people have always had the concern that it's, you know, StarCraft 2 is degenerating into a macro fest, that its players just building up the armies that they want, and so on and so forth. But we really got the chance to see Inka pull some amazing tactical brilliance there, warping in the units to the high ground, definitely showing us that not only does he have those long-term mechanics, but also is extremely, extremely versed in this sort of cool little creative play.
All right, well, actually, I think if he'd gone for Stim instead of combat shields, I think that would have made a world of difference. Going for Stim would have allowed him to use it, obviously, and could have just taken down the Void Rays a lot quicker, but unfortunately he did go for the combat shield, which is more of a kind of a defensive, especially with going for all this, the early command center with the bunkers, you kind of get the combat shield to help. Are you promoting me as host?
Yeah, you are the host right now, so you have the total power. Wait, we're going to have to remove that random stranger that joined the game. We'll be going directly into Game 2 now on Xel'Naga Caverns. So, of course, if you would like Inka to close the series out, give a cheer for Inka.
And give a cheer for OGSTop.